Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa and I'm always here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, and every other Sunday. I talk about true crime, I also talk about missing children, and I also talk about important topics. So if you are interested in any of that, go ahead and subscribe and also hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Today is Friday, so that means I'm going to be talking about a missing child's case. Before I do start with the case, I do like starting my videos with the poem of the day. So today's poem of the day is going to go like this. I will always need my daughter, no matter what age I am. My daughter have made me proud, made me cry, hugged me tight when I need it most, seen me fall, cheered me up, kept me going strong, and even drained me, drive me crazy at times. But my daughter is a promise from God that I will always have a best friend forever. So if you have a daughter as your, if you have a daughter and you're mom of a daughter, just know that we do have our best friend forever, because it's the only people that we'll always have as best friends. So today's case, we're going to be talking about Asha Degree, and she went missing. So let's go ahead and get started. Asha was born August 5th of 1990. Went missing at the age of 9 from Shelby, North Carolina, United States, in the early morning hours of February 14, 2000. For reasons unknown, she packed her book bag, left her family home north of city, and began walking along nearly North Carolina Highway 18. Despite heavy rain and wind, several passing motors saw her when one turned around at the point of 1.3 miles from her home and began to approach her. She left the roadside and ran into the wood area. In the morning, her parents discovered her absent. No one has seen her since. And this is her. Let me show you the picture. This is her. An intensive search that began the day led to the location of some of her personal effects near where she was last seen. A year and a half later, her book bag, still packed with underneath from a construction site along Highway 18 north of Shelby and Morganton, at the point where she ran into the woods. A billboard now stands appealing for help finding her. Her family hosts an annual walk from their home to the billboard to draw attention to the case. While the circumstances of the Degree disappearance at first seems to suggest she was running away from home, investigators could not find a clear reason she may have done so. She was younger than most children who do. They have escalated that she may have been abducted instead. This case had drawn national media attention. In 2015, the Federal Bureau of Investigation joined states and county attorneys in a reopening investigation, offering reward for information that could help solve the case. Harold and Dequali Degree married on Valentine's Day in 1988. Their son O'Brien was born a year later. Asha was born in 1990. The Degree raised both children in the house in Oxon Drive, in a residential subdivision amidst of general rural area north of Shelby, North Carolina, on the western edge of the Charlotte metropolitan area. Both worked regular jobs nearly. The children let themselves in after school, where their parents expected that they would either be doing their homework or finishing it with by the time they returned. They made sure their children were insulated from outside influence and had a life centered around their extended family, church, and school. The Degrassi did not have a computer in the house. Every time you turned on the TV, there was some pedophilia who had lured somebody's children away via the internet. To Kelly recalled in 2013 Jet interview, Akila said Asha handled this well. She was conscious, shy, and contact mostly stayed with the limits, and her parents said she was scared to death of dogs. She recalled years later, I never thought she would go out of the house. Asha was in 4th grade in an early Felston Elementary School, going into 3-day week in the school weekend on February 2000. The Cleveland County School were closed on Friday, February the 11th, while Degree still had to work. The children spent the day at their aunt's house in the same neighborhood, from which they went to their youth basketball practice at their school. The following day, Asha basketball team, on which she was a star point guard, lost the first game of the season. Asha had called out her parents because she was somewhat upset about this, crying along with her teammates afterwards, but seemed to have gotten over it and watched her brother games afterwards. On Friday the 13th, Sunday, the children went to church from a relative's house and they returned home around 8 p.m. The night both children went to bed in the room they shared. Almost an hour later, the power went out in the neighborhood after an early car accident. The power came back on at 12:30 a.m., at which time Harold checked on his children and saw both Asha and O'Brien sleep in their beds. He checked again shortly before he went to bed at 12:30 a.m. on February 14th, again saw them both. Shortly afterwards, O'Brien, then aged 10, recalls hearing Asha's bed squeaks. He did not further rouse himself as he assumed she was merely changing positions in her sleep. Apparently around this time, Asha got out of bed, taking a book bag she had previously packed with several set of clothes and personal items, and left the house between 3:45 and 4:15 a.m. A truck driver in a motorist saw her walking south along Highway 18, wearing a long-sleeve white t-shirt and a white pants, such as north of his intersection with Highway 180. They report that this police after seeing TV report about her disappearance. The motorist said that they turned his car around because he thought it was strange that a small child would be out by herself at the hour. He circled 3 times and saw Degree run into the woods by the road outside and disappeared. It was a rainy night, and the witness said there was a strong ranging where he saw her. County Sheriff Dan Carford said, "We're pretty sure it was her because the description that gave a constant with what we know she was wearing." He added that they also saw her at the same place heading the same direction. Quigley awoke at 5:45 a.m. to get the children ready for school on the morning of February 14th, an important day since it was not only Valentine's Day but also the Degree wedding anniversary. This involved drawing a bath for them because they had not been able to take one the night before due to the power outage. When she opened the children's room and woke them up before their 6:30 alarm and called them to the bath, O'Brien was in his bed, Asha was not, and Tequila was unable to find her in the house or in the family cars. She told Harold she could not find their daughter. He suggested Asha may have gone over to his mother's house across the street. When Tequila called her there, her sister-in-law said Asha was not there. That's when I went into panic mode. I heard a car next door. I put shoes on, ran outside. Tequila recalls seeing her mother, who told her to call the police. By 6:40 a.m., the first police officer had arrived on the scene. Police dog called to the scene could not pick up Asha's scent. Tequila went through the neighborhood calling Asha's name, which she said had awakened everyone by 7 a.m. Friends, family, and neighbors canceled their plans for the day to assist police in searching the vicinity, while the pastor of the church, along with the other clergymen, came to Degree home to support them. By the day's end, all that had been found was a mitten, which Tequila Degree said did not belong to her daughter, noting that no winter clothing had taken from the house. Local news coverage promoted the 2 drivers who had seen Asha walking along the road earlier that morning, including one whose attempts to approach her apparently prompted Asha to flee into the woods to report a sighting to police. On February 15th, candy wrappers were found in Asha's at the nearly business along the highway near where Asha had been seen running into the woods. Along with them were pencil mark and Mickey Mouse shaped hair bow, and they were defined as belonging to her. Also found was a photographer of a black girl around Asha's age, where she yet to be defined. It was the only trace of her found during the international search. On February 16, Tequila realized that Asha's bedroom was missing her favorite clothing, including a pair of blue jeans with a red stripe. A week later, the search was called off after hours and been invested in a search of 2 to 3 miles radius of where she had last seen. Flyers had been posted all over the area, and 300 leads had been submitted in the range from possibly citing to the tips about abandoned houses and wells where where Asha may have been and end up. We had never really had the first good substantial lead, said County Sheriff Dan Comfort at a news conference. He urged the media to keep the story alive. At the later developments at the news conference on February 22nd, Careford said he was going long range with the search for Asia. Both the FBI and North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation got involved and put her on their respective database of missing children, while the agency were done searching in the area of her home en route. We're following everything, he insisted. From Tequila's account of what Asha had taken with her, investigators believe she had planned and prepared for this departure over the several days preceding her disappearance. She's not typically run away, observes SBI agent Bart Barrier, another expert, Ben and Murray of the National Center for Missing and Exploring Children. Note that most children who run away are at least 12. An FBI agent also pointed to the lack of issues she may have been running away from, such as dysfunctional family or poor academic performance. Still, investigation believed that was the most likely explanation for her departure, but that for some reason she neither got off track or was abducted. The media attention went national, and a month after Asha's disappearance, the Degree family appeared on the Motown Williams show to call attention to the case. America's Most Wanted, the Oprah Winfrey Show, also devoted a segment to it. On August 3rd, 2001, Asha's book bag and other items were discovered during the construction project of a Highway 18 in Burke County in near Morgan, about 26 miles north of Shelby. It was wrapped in a plastic bag. The worker who found it said the book bag contained Asha's name and phone number. The FBI took it to their headquarters for further forensic analysis, and results from the testing have not been shared publicly. To date, it is the last evidence found in the case. On the 20th anniversary of Asha's disappearance, the FBI confirmed that the book bag contained a copy of Dr. Seuss' McGlishan Pool and T-shirt depicting the band New Kids on the Block. Neither appeared to have been her properly before they went where they were found in her bag, but the book was from the library of her elementary school. Later leads have turned out to be dead ends. In 2004, acting on tip reportedly receiving from inmate at the county jail, the sheriff's office began digging at an intersection in Lawndale. The bones that were found turned out to be from an animal. The Degree took steps to keep Asha's memory in the case alive in the public mind. In 2008, they established a scholarship in her name for disturbing local students. They host annual walk who walk to raise awareness and money to fund their search. The walk starts at their home and ends at missing personal billboard for Asha along Highway 18th, near where she was last seen. It was originally held on February 14th, but it was changed to February 7th in 2015 and February 6th in 2016, as Harold and Keela felt it was not fair to participate to make Valentine's Day a somber occasion. Pictures of Asha is both real and those shown at her as she may appear in later years, created by investigators to help the search. Still, the crew of the Grassy House fully expect her to walk through the door, Keela says. A Keela Degree Lemon in 2013 interview with Jet that her daughter's disappearance had not gotten as much media attention over the years as some subsequent cases of missing children because Asha was black. Missing white children get more attention. I don't understand why, she said. I know if you ask them, they will say it's not radical or really. I'm not going to argue because I have a common sense. In February 2015, the FBI announced that the FBI agents, Cleveland County Sheriff Office investigation, and State Bureau of Investigation agents were re-examining the case and interviewing witnesses. They also announced a reward up to $25,000 for information, leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for her disappearance. A community group is offering an additional $20,000 reward. The FBI announced 15 months later, in May 2016, that their investigation of the case had turned up a possible new lead. They disclosed that Asha may have been seen getting into a dark green early in 1970s, linking contention on Mark IV or possibly a fourth thrown bird from the same area along Route 18 near where she was last seen later that night. It was described as having ruts around its wheel walls. In September 2017, the FBI announced that a child abduction redevelopment team was in Cleveland County to assist in the investigation and provide the underground investigating technical bureau analyze and ethical support to find out more about what happened to Asia. The team worked alongside FBI Charlotte employees, Cleveland County Sheriff Office investigation in North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation agents for 10 days. The agency also meet several times a month to go over the last in the investigation since September 2017. Local agents and investigator had conducted personally 300 interviews. In October 2018, the Cleveland County Sheriff Office detectives appealed for the information from the public about two items of interest that they were found in Degree Burbank. Mickling Pool, a children's book by Dr. Seuss, which was borrowed from the Fallston Elementary School library in early 2000, and a New Kids on the Block concert t-shirt. And investigation said the items are very critical clues. In November 2020, an inmate named Marcus Millen, who was convicted of sex crimes against children in 2014, wrote a letter to the Shelby Stars claiming that Degree was murdered and he knows where to find her. In February 2021, Cleveland County Sheriff Alan Norman announced that Millen's claim had led to another dead end. And that is the story of this Miss Asha Degree. This case, I don't even know what to say with this case, y'all, because I usually do, but this case just, I don't know what to say. I've seen other YouTubers talk about it, and I don't think that personally I don't think she ran away. I think I've heard some of the YouTubers that done this case, they did say that they saw that people were saying that she probably ran away because she was mad that she believed it was her fault that they lost the basketball game. But I don't think that's the reason. I mean, she was just a child. I don't think they probably would have been okay. They lost, they would have been fine. But I don't know, guys. To be honest with you, I don't know what to say about this one. This one, to me, is shocking. I don't know if she was abducted. I don't know if, I don't know. I don't. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below, because with this one's to me, I don't know what to say. Was she abducted? Was she, if she ran to the woods because she got scared that somebody was coming towards her, and it was raining that day and everything, did she die? Because obviously she didn't have no money. It probably was cold that day. She couldn't see, and something happened. I don't know. There's so many possibilities that I just don't know. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I will see y'all Sunday with a new case.